Who wants it? You do. Oh! Okay, so I've been meaning to go visit a friend for about a year now. We've been trying to arrange flights for me to get there, and it just hasn't been working out until I realized I have nothing to do tomorrow. How about I come see you tomorrow? So today I booked the flight, and I leave at 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. The only thing I can really do for you guys today is the thing that I always do before I leave, is feed the fish. But we got like 500 of them to feed. I should also mention that my friend lives in Detroit. Everything that I'm going to do, I'll be filming, and you guys will see not tomorrow, but the next day. Can you guess who it is? Alright, self-admittedly, it's 7 o'clock at night here. My flight, I have to go to the airport at 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna have to be quick. I'm feeling pretty lazy, so everybody's just getting frozen foods and fresh foods for the most part. Nothing fancy. Let's get started. Okay, I guess we can start off with the 375-gallon aquarium filled with 3 different species of vieja and some clown loaches, as well as a bashir or a bisher or a biker. It's in there somewhere. This is 8 ounces of frozen food. They won't get the whole thing, but what I like to do is, because I usually feed a couple of these every day, as well as pellets and flakes and whatnot. If I'm opening up a pack, I will feed all the fish that will eat this first. So I'll give these guys half of it, maybe a little bit more, depending on how they react to it. Come on, guys. It's time to eat! Look what I got! Here they go! Meow, 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 meow. This tank's always fun to feed, but you gotta watch out for them loaches. Okay, who else wants some? You guys want some? Ooh, you know who likes it? The Tropheus. These are Tropheus icola from Lake Tanganyika, which is an African lake. Alright, you know who else likes it? The rainbows. These guys will get a bigger chunk because there clearly is a lot more of them. Love feeding these guys though, because they come right up to the tank. Just defrost it, shake it around a little bit. Make sure it gets in front of the wave maker so it blows it throughout the whole aquarium, so everybody has an opportunity to get some. And a little bit left in my hand. I'll go ahead and give this to the Waru. They'll like it a lot. Gotta watch out for these guys. These guys actually do have teeth, and their dorsal fins are actually really spiny and sharp. These guys can hurt you, believe it or not. It's interesting. These are all the same age, but not all the same size, which clearly demonstrates dominance as well as their sex. So usually the males will grow a little bit quicker. I love these fish. I can never get them to look on camera as they look in person though. Absolutely stunning. Alright, who's next? You know who likes this stuff? The bass. You're next. The bass, the bisher is right there. He's out and about. This guy's getting big, man. He's way bigger than this camera. I always use a wide angle lens so everything looks much smaller than it is. This is a 120-gallon aquarium though. It's 4 feet long and 2 feet wide, 2 feet tall. There's want some food. The bass are so aggressive usually. I love it. So fast. I'm just gonna break it up, let them have some bigger chunks. Might seem like that's too much food, but these guys will eat it. Same with that giant gourami. Look at the massive chunks he's eating. You see that? He's just killing it. Loves it. Again, the bass will tend to be surface feeders, eating from the top. But some will go down once it starts to sink. They're so cute. Not for long. difficult to focus when I feed this type of food as well, because it's trying to focus on all the stuff floating in it. What, did you have enough there, Gutsy? Alright, my man, Captain Hook, I'm gonna give you the same just because there's lots left, but being an Oscar, you're an absolute messy eater, so you're gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to feed him tiny little chunks so he'll eat it without, you know, ripping it apart in his gills. Oh, you know who might want this instead? Ooh, I have a better idea. The angels like this too. What's up, guys? Who wants some? These guys have such tiny mouths, and that's something you have to consider when, oh, don't fight over it. When feeding certain fish, is you got to consider their mouth size. Can they actually get it in their mouth? That's enough. Probably way more than they need, but they're not going to eat for a couple days, so get it into you while you can. Alright, now we're going to move on to some red meat. Actually, those baby bass love this too. That's the beef heart recipe I've shown you guys how to make for years now. I'm going to try to take a knife here and cut it up, and if that don't work, snap it in pieces. As it defrosts slowly, it's easier to break up, but I like to feed it frozen, especially to the exodons. Okay, I get it. You're hungry. You guys want that? Get it. It's difficult to know where the food even is once they get going. Tank is now empty because a ball of fish are over here. I love feeding these guys. Alright, you can eat now. You want something to eat? No? Why are you waving your head no? You're nothing like Frank. Frank would never do that. You can have the same. Okay, so for Captain Hook, I'm gonna cut this into, it's already been out of the freezer for like 3 minutes. Not even, it's already very malleable. So I'm gonna cut him little chunks, like so. He'll eat that right up. The sunshine pleco, which is in the back, he's more nocturnal. He eats like a lot of the scraps at night, so he's good company with the Oscar. Get it, bro. This guy will eat anything. Savage. It's frozen. You probably got brain freeze. Do you think fish get brain freeze? I often think about that because I feed like frozen food, so I'm like, maybe they get brain freeze. Alright, that's enough. Looking good in your tank though, bro. Okay, Frank's up. Since I already have it out, might as well give Frank and Francine this as well. Even though, I don't think I've ever fed it to them. We'll see if they'll eat it. Can't see why not. Stop. I didn't even put anything in the tank, you two. Stop it. There, go eat it. Mm. Get it, Frank. Get it, Frank. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, working on them chins. Shout out to Frank, who now has an Instagram. Got about 12,000 fans in a day. That was, that upset me a little bit. It takes me forever to do that, but Frank, one day, of course. Oh, I'm gonna give the discus the beef heart too. That's typically what they always get. So with these guys, I give them sticks or blocks of the beef heart, usually at least 2, so that the dominant ones get some, and then some of the less dominant ones get theirs as well. And I am showing signs of dominant discus in here, and others not getting as much food as the others. So we'll have to dwindle stocking in here eventually. Like I mentioned, we'd have to do same with the angels. Maybe we keep it to 6 angels, 6 discus, and then stock up on tetras. What do you think? Now a lot of this will break up, the tetras will get it as well. Like you can see some of them are already nipping at it. They'll eat it. They're very, very, very slow eaters. I think that's it. I'll put this away. Oh no, we gotta feed the peacocks. We gotta feed the 2000. And I wanna see if the bass will eat yet. Although it's only been a few days, I don't expect them to eat right now. I do want to try them on prepared foods as opposed to jumping right to live. I could have got worms, etc. But we'll see what happens today. And you guys will be the first to know. I'm just going to give the peacocks a handful of pellets. That's typically what they like anyways. You guys ready? No, I can't do this with one hand. Oh, here we go. These are just floating cichlid pellets. Easiest thing to give them, really. I guess feeding frozen foods is far more difficult because it stinks to get your hands dirty, but it's the most fun. Ooh, I love you. I like literally love you. Be with me. Alright, blasting through these feedings now. Has everybody ate? That's everybody, yeah? I think so. I usually, when I don't have to focus on filming, it's much easier to feed these guys and remember who got what. Alright, the big tank. You guys ready to eat? Yeah, they are. Look, they go right near the thing here. These guys need a water change again. They stick right around the opening because they know food's going to drop through there. Rays don't know anything. They don't know any better, but these guys do. Watch. These guys are getting whole shrimp that hasn't even cut up or anything. Who wants it? You do. Oh! Calm down. A little handful this time. Jeez, you guys, I know you're hungry, but stop. Can the rays have some? This is the best tank to feed. I say that about every tank that I like feeding now. Best tank ever. The rays taste it. You can see they get more active. They taste it in the water. Let's drop some more in. Got handfuls here. Definitely want to spread the love. Ugh, so it goes over there. The arowana can't get everything. Once they feel it, they pounce on it. Watch, this one's gonna fall on his disc. Oh, you got it. Oh, they got it. They're all getting some. I like it when it falls on their discs and they can't get it, and they gotta like flip it up or flip it up again. It's just ridiculous. So there's tons of food down there for them. You always gotta feed these little buggers first. Oh, yeah. It's like he just stole it. Do you see how he ate that? He acted like he stole it. Look, come on. Oh, he was more polite. The other guy was like, mine. Sick tank though. Love it. Do the other side, get a better view. Or a different view. Mess, working on stuff. Quiet, don't talk about it. So we got 5 freshwater stingrays, 3 Asian arowana, 2,000 gallon aquarium. Okay, next one is the bass with the 1,200 gallon aquarium. I cut these in half, right down the spine, so they become a little bit more flimsy and floppy in the water. Looks a little bit more realistic type of deal. Otherwise they're a little stiff, they might not eat them. And I think a lot of times when it comes to fish, it's all about the consistency in the mouth, what it tastes like, what it feels like. That's why I always feed raw shrimp. I never feed cooked, even though cooked is cheaper for some reason. My fish won't eat cooked. Just because the consistency is a lot different, it gets all rubbery. I know I shouldn't be cutting anything on here. I could damage the paint or whatever, but sneak peek or sneak idea or a heads up, that's getting covered soon with a crazy idea I just had today. I think I might have mentioned it a long time ago, but now I want to do it to this tank and I want to do it to this tank, and I'm thinking I might even do it to the wall. More on that in a future video, but for now we're going to try to feed the bass in the 1,200 gallon tank. Now, I've only had them for a short while. They are wild caught. They might not eat right away, especially prepared foods. With that said, the tank has been covered the entire time. I have not bothered them. I don't even look at them. I just leave them alone and let them acclimate to the tank. I don't know their condition. I don't know if one died or one didn't. I think the best thing I could do is just leave them alone. In fact, the lights typically are off until I'm filming, and I'll chuck that on. I know the catfish are eating though, because they get huge. Yeah, so they've gone to the back of the tank, of course. Throw in a few more pieces. Are they eating it? I can leave it in there though, because the red-tailed catfish will come out and eat it eventually. Okay, I think they are interested. Last time we attempted to feed them, they did show some interest. I'm sure they still are to an extent, but clearly we got to get them eating. We have a couple of weeks before I'm, actually worried about it. No big deal. Anyways, folks, I have to pack and get to bed. Wait till you see the video I'm making for you guys.